What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan and I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have another BT14 deck profile for the regular regional format. We have our Doggie Deck, Loogamon. So we have our purple trash spam deck that just destroys you in one turn, honestly, almost. So we're going to go through and we are going to tell you what we like about this deck, how we think it is one of the best decks of the format, and are super excited to get to play it at its full potential in the Ultimate Cup. It was decent enough in the Ultimate Cup, but the flow of the deck was really messed up because of the whole inability to have as many dark animal targets as you wanted to. So this really is fixed in this format. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button. Comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of fun. Without further ado, let's get into it. So we have our egg here, our 4 Bowmon. He's really, really good. Your turn, inheritable. When a Digimon card with Dark Animal or SOC trait is trashed from your hand, this Digimon may Digivolve into that card. This is not once per turn, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so that's really, really awesome. So Bowmon, you need it. He's just really, really good. In fact, like some of the time, you just like your plays are so awful if you don't have him under your stack. For level 3s, we have Loogamon, the main man himself. Start your main phase by placing 1 EG from your hand or trash. So it's good to trash your tamers. Don't worry about it. They'll come back. As this Digimon's bomb dissolution card, gain 1 memory. So you can start with extra memory at the start of your turn by doing this play. And then inheritable, when you play a card with a dark animal or SOC trait, gain 1 memory. So that's really good inheritable, especially when you play things for free, which you do a lot in this deck. Play 3 Dracmon. He is not a dark animal. He is an undead, but he does have the on-play reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Trash 1 card with undead or dark animal in its traits among them, and add 1 with undead or dark animal in its traits among them to your hand. So you can trash himself and add a dark animal, or trash a dark animal, add himself, either way, or vice versa. So really, really good. And then place the rest on the bottom of your deck. And then his inheritable is actually really cool because it's when attacking, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with undead or dark animal in its traits from your trash for the Digivolution cost. So if you can't get to one of your pieces, but it's in the trash, if you guys have him in the inheritable, you can go into your guy. So that's really, really cool. Play 2 Gabumon from ST15. Start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory. And when attacking once per turn, draw 1, trash 1. So he kind of helps you start out your whole, thing of getting things into your graveyard so that you can go off. And he's not a dark animal. Unfortunately, he's a reptile, so he doesn't function that great with the deck in that sense, but he does help you kind of turbo into your combos. So two of him is pretty nice. Last 2 cards we play are 2 floodgate cards, basically. All, Psychmon, all turns players can't reduce costs, and then Gazimon, your opponent can't gain many memory except by tamer effects. So just trying to stop, your opponent's plays. It's really good, and of course they're not dark animals, but they're good cards to just put on the field to enter. So small level 3 count. We only got 11. Yeah, 11. So very, very small. So just not something I'm used to, but it doesn't really matter in this deck because you have some really low cost level 4s too that you want to play some of the time. Going on to the champions, we play 4 Loogamon. He's got the same inheritable as Loogamon, so you get that consistent memory game. But when attacking, by trashing 1 card in your hand, draw 1. If EG is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, gain a memory. So again, you get really good memory gain. In fact, if you have the EG and you have your line, you can potentially do a lot of damage just in one fell swoop, really. You can attack with him and potentially go up into your level 5 and then you go even further. So a lot of good stuff. Play 4 copies of Fangmon. He is a dark animal. On play or when attacking, return 1 purple card with dark animal trait from your trash to your hand, and then trash 1 card in your hand. So it can be the same card, so it doesn't really matter. But it can activate your Bowmons, and so that you can go and Digivolve into your guys. So that's really good too. He's a 4 cost to play too, so he's really cheap, and he starts doing what the deck does. Lastly, we play 3 Gatomon from BT8. It's got the Rush. It's a dark animal, and it's got inheritable retaliation, which is really good. So these are the cards that will end the game basically. If you get, you summon a bunch of them from your trash, and you just punch for game basically. That's it for our level 4s, just 11 of those. For your level 5s, we have Soul Loogamon. He's got the one attacking. You may play a level 3 or lower card, dark animal or SOC trait from your trash without paying the cost. If EG is in this Digimon's Dissolution cards, add 1 to the level so you can summon a level 4 instead. And then when attacking, by trashing 1 card in your hand, gain a memory. So again, this in combination with your Loogamon and Loogamon inheritable basically makes his Dissolution free, because you can gain 3 memory. 4 memory when you consider the Loogamon when attacking effect if you have an EG in the stack. And then his inheritable is when you play a card with Dark Animal or SOC trait, you may unsuspend this Digimon, so he can attack and basically go into his level 6 and then unsuspend, so you can attack again. So again, really, really good. Play 3 Hell Loogamon. He's kind of your utility card in the deck. End of your turn, delete this Digimon and draw 2, so he gets you lots of draw power. Then you may return 1 Loogamon from your trash to your hand. Really, really good. On deletion, you may trash up to 3 cards with the Dark Animal or SOC trait in your hand. Then declare one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon. For each card trashed by this effect, add 1 to the level this effect may choose. So you can pop up to a level 6 if need be. It's just really good because you're playing Analog Youth, so when you do this, you can gain memory off of it. So again, really, really good. Lastly, we play 1 Chimeramon because you are spamming a lot of level 4s in this deck to the board, so you can potentially just go into a free level 5 and then go straight into your Fenrir Loogamon. I always want to say Fenrir, but it's Fenrir Loogamon. So yeah, that's it for your level 5s. Sometimes I feel like I should be playing a 5th or 4th Heller Loogamon, but the deck space is really tight, and I feel like 8 level 5s is good enough, but we'll see how things go. The 4 Fenrir Loogamon. So when Digivolving, you may play a level 4 lower card with Dark Animal or the SOC trait from your trash without paying the cost. If EG is in his Dissolution cards, you can add up to 2 to the number, so you can play up to 3, basically, with EG in the effects. When attacking once per turn, by deleting one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon, unsuspend this Digimon. For each of your opponent's Digimon, add 1 to the level that this effect may choose, and that's including himself. So base, he can delete a level 4. And if you summon at least 1 to 2 monsters, you can, if you have at least 2 monsters, you can delete up to level 6, maybe even a level 7. And then he unsuspends. So you're going to unsuspend by playing with the Solugamon. When as the inheritable, you're going to unsuspend just for playing the guy. Then you can attack, pop a guy, and then unsuspend again. So you potentially get 3 attacks. Plus, other things allow you to basically do more damage. And then the turn end condition for your opponent is having 3 or more memory, which is nuts. So you can go to 2 memory on your opponent's side and not pass turn as long as this guy's on the board, which is huge in this deck. It's kind of nuts. You can't really lock them at 1 with that whole thing, but you just don't care because you're just playing on their turn, basically, which is crazy. And then lastly, we play 1 Shining Greymon Rune Mode. because Rune Mo is just a great purple yellow card, and he just works well, and he helps you, hatch an egg and prepare for next turn and blow your opponent's board off. So that's really good. Yeah. I was gonna say, and as you see, we have this whole deck foiled out, except for, of course, the Loogamons from the Nationals, but I highly doubt I'll be able to get my hands on those. Our Tamers, we play the EGs. So he's got, his security, play this card, start a main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory, so he gains you memory at the start of the turn. Main phase, Mind Link. You can Mind Link with one of your Dark Animals or SOC trait Digimon by placing this underneath as its bottom Digivolution card. It's inheritable. For that is all turns while this Digimon has Dark Animal or SOC trait, it gains Alliance and Blocker. So you can have blockers on your opponent's turn. You can use Alliance to buff your guys and give them Security Attack Plus, which is where the deck really shines, because you can basically, if you Alliance with your Soul Loogamon, you'll get 2 checks. Then you can attack with your Fenrir Loogamon, and you can do the Alliance thing again if you've summoned a couple monsters, basically, and get another 2 checks. Unsuspend when you pop something, get another 2 checks, and by then you've cleared your opponent's security, and then the Gatomon Rush finishes off the game. So again, really, really great Alliance, awesome keyword. And then at your turn, you may play an EG from your Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost, so that way you don't have him die with your Digimon and just go to the graveyard. You can save them from doing that, so that's really good. We play 4 Analog Youth because it's super utility card in this deck. It puts cards in the trash, puts cards in your hand, and then you can hatch to the breeding area and gain memory for when you kill your what's his name, when you go into your Loogamon, you can pop him and then gain memory to maintain turn, and then basically start setting up a Loogamon in the back. So if your guy dies, you have basically a game finishing play next time. So really, really great, super good utility card. Really good to start with if you can play like a Loogamon in the back, play Analog Youth, really clutch. So yeah, you got to play 4. That's it for our Tamers. Lastly, we play 4 copies of Wisdom Training, because it does not put your Tamers at the bottom. Well, it puts your Analog Youth at the bottom, but it doesn't put your EGs at the bottom. And we play 3 Mist Memory Boost, because trashing cards is good in this deck. So getting memory plus trashing and drawing, super good. So that's the deck, guys. Tell me what you guys think. It's really fast, really fun. We're going to get more support for this deck, but right now I think it's a really cool deck and I really enjoy it. And the Rush Gatomons, I love that card when it first came out, BT8, so I'm finally cool to see that card get some love. The Dark Animal SOC trait is kind of a cool new thing to the game, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm hoping that this deck just gets better and better. And, looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.